Welcome to Mackenzie Creations. In this video, we are going to go over products that I picked up from Scrap Diva Designs. And these are products that were released in the month of April. And I am so excited. This is a Western theme. And I don't believe I have any Western themed products. So I was so excited. I have a particular project in mind that I'm going to be working on. So I'll be working on that for the next few weeks. But I will go over the products that I picked up, and then we'll do a quick little card. So let me get everything to the side and we'll get started. Okay, I am back and we have the Saloon mini album, and this is just so cute. And so let me hold this up. You get your saloon and you can make this a house or anything you want, but you have the saloon sentiment right here. And then once you cut out your house, you can put your saloon sentiment right on top there. And then you have the little doors that open and shut. And then you have your window right here. And then you also get a second page of dies right here. And so you get your little doorway. And then this is also, part of the saloon. So I can't wait to use this die set. So cute. Next, we have our Cowboy mini boot album. And so I think I'm going to make my project using this die when we get through going over the products. So you get your cowboy boot. You can make a cowgirl boot. And then you get the stars right here. And so you get a lot of different layers of the boot, which is nice. So very excited to use this. Next, we have the Sheriff Star Shaker set. And so you get a small star and then a large star. And then this is nice. You get the pieces inside where you can make your little shaker pieces. So this is really cute. Next, we have the Disco Sheriff mini album die set. And this is a bigger star right here. You have the disco ball right here. So that's cute. And they also have like a regular disco ball. So I do plan to go back and get that. But this is just so cute. Next, we have the Cowboy bundle. So we have the Cowboy boot. And this is just the same as the large boot that I just showed you. They have a cowboy hat. And this is cute. They have a bigger hat too. So I do plan to go back and purchase that as well. You have a cactus right here. The little get-go. And then you have your little horseshoes right here. You have two of these. And so I'm definitely going to use these in the project that I have in mind that I'm going to make up. So it's going to take me a couple weeks to do that project. But as soon as this bundle came out, this idea popped in my mind. So I'll surprise you once I get everything done for the project. But it'll be gradual. I'll make up the pieces and then we'll get everything put together. And then I'll reveal the project. So this is very nice to have. Okay, so next we have Cowboy words, and these are dies right here. And so I did write them out because I'm very bad at reading dies. So we have cowboy, cowgirl, wanted, go, girls, west, let's, wild, howdy, yeehaw. So I'll just hold these up. These are a nice size. And next we have some stamps, and these are called Cowgirl stamps. And so we have This Ain't My First Rodeo, Well Hey There Lady, Cowgirl, Bless Your Heart, Gee Thanks, Howdy. You have this cute cowgirl boot right here. And then you have Let's Go Girls. And so this is very cute. And then I did pick up some ephemera and some chipboard stickers. And then also some paper. So we'll go over this as well. Okay, so let's start with these chipboard stickers. Let me get this out of the packaging and I'll be right back. So I took out both the chipboard stickers and the ephemera. A lot of it's the same. So this is very nice. So you get 2 sheets of the chipboard. So let me hold this up. So you get the cowgirl right here, disco ball. You get different cowgirls right here. You get a cowboy. You get a girl with a glue gun. Cowgirl sentiment right here. You get a little gun, a bow. You get a little horse down here. some different flowers. And so this is just a very cute chipboard stickers. And then on here, this is the second sheet. You get a cowboy, and then you get a different cowboy. You get different hats on here, different cowboy boots, different florals on here. You get the disco balls on here for a cowgirl and a cowboy. Just very cute. And then you get like the disco star right here. It matches the die set that I showed you earlier. So all the pieces here tie back to the dies that we get, which is really nice. So for the ephemera right here, you get a ton of pieces. You get disco balls, cowgirl boots, cowboy hats. And you get different type of hats in here. You get florals, different type of florals. Here's another disco ball. Here's a cactus. Here's some cowboy boots. You get a cow. You get sentiments on here, wanted. Just a whole ton of things. You get the horseshoes right here. And so this is nice because if you don't want to stamp in color, this is very nice to have. Let's go, girls. You get the little saloon. Yeehaw. So just a ton of things. I won't hold everything up. Here's a little girl again with the glue gun. So that matches what's in the chipboards right here. You get Howdy. You get these geckos. So just a ton of things. Different type of cactuses. Look at this cute little gnome. So that's cute. So yeah, like I said, you get a ton of things in here. I'm going to get everything put up and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I just wanted to show you that I put all of my ephemera pieces and my chipboard stickers into this pretty little pouch, and I picked these pouches up from HSN. These are by Diamond Press, and I'm not sure if HSN still have these, but I know they sell them on the Diamond Press website, but these are very nice to have for storage. And so next we have our paper, and I actually picked up the paper bundle and the ephemera and the chipboard stickers as a bundle. They do sell it separately. And so let me just get this to the side. So you get one acetate sheet right here, and I hope you can see the design. It's hard to see, but it's like a cow design in here. Okay, so I think you can see it like this. You can see the little cow design in here. This is very cute, so I get one sheet of that. And then the 12 by 12 paper pad, you get all of these pretty designs on here. So these are 24 double-sided sheets. And the paper is a very nice weight. So you have your polka dot sheets. And then on the back you have these pretty tags that you can cut out. You have the cactus design. And then on the back you have the wanted. And so you have all the little people that's wanted. Very cute. Next we have a floral design right here. And she also has some dies that match these little floral designs. And then on the back here, you have your cowgirl boots. This is very cute. Okay, here we have our stars. Next, we have the cowboy boots or cowgirl boots with the little flowers inside. And then you have the little mini disco ball with the hat on top. And then it says Howdy, so that's nice. We have this cute pattern design. It reminds me of a shirt. Then on the back, we have a lot of different sentiments. Cowboy, Yeehaw, Wanted, Wild West, Howdy. These are very cute colors. Next we have the yellow and white polka dots. And then on the back we have this pretty yellow with the cowboy hat. And then we have the gnome on the horse and the horseshoe. And then it says yeehaw. Very nice. Next we have this cow pattern right here. And this is similar to the acetate I was showing you. So it's the same design, but this is the acetate, and then this is the actual paper design. So those two would go nicely together. And then on the back, we have the cow right here. So this is very cute. Next, we have this pretty design right here. It reminds me of a picnic cloth. And then on the back, we have our cowgirl hat, cowgirl boots, the little disco ball. So this is very cute. We have our wood grain colors right here. We have pictures of the saloon, and then the gnome and the cowboy hat. Next we have this pretty, it's like a reddish orange to me. So that's cute. And then on the back, we have the disco star. We have some more cowboy boots, cactus. And a lot of these pieces tie back to the ephemera pieces and the chipboard pieces. So that's nice. Okay, and next we have this solid blue color. And it looks to have like a little gray in it, so that's nice. And then on the back we have this cute design with the florals and then the horseshoes. And then last we have this nice pink with the cowgirl boots. And then on the back we have the cactus and the florals right here. So these colors are just awesome. So I'm going to clean up and then we'll work on our project. Okay, I am back. And so I'm not going to make a mini album. I'm going to just make a regular card up. And so my color palette right here is I'm going to use this pretty paper for my cowboy boot. And because it has a lot of different layers, we'll have different colors. So I actually picked this little pack up from Amazon. And it's called Rustic Cowhide. And you get 20 double-sided paper, and this is 8.5 by 8.5 inch. So for the boot, you get 3 layers. I think I'm just going to use these 2 layers right here. So we'll cut the boot out in this right here. And this paper is very thin. And then for this portion of the boot, I'm going to cut out in this brown. And then for the boot sole, I'll use this black. And then this paper right here that I just went over from Scrap Diva, I'm going to cut down as a layer to my card base. So this is a regular 5x7 paper. So I'll just cut this down as a layer. So I'll run everything through my machine. I'm going to have to use my Anna Griffin Empress machine because the boots are a little bit bigger. And I can't fit through my Diamond Press Marquise machine. So I'll get everything cut down and I'll be back. Okay, I am back and I have everything cut out. And so I have my 5x7 card base. And then I cut this down by 1/4 of an inch. So we'll get our Kaleo glue. And this is from Crafter's Companion. I like to use this glue because it gives you a chance to like maneuver the layer around. Okay, so we'll get this glued down. Okay, so while my base card dry, I'll go ahead and put the boot together. And so I did end up using this biggest die right here just because this paper was so thin. So I needed to back it up on something. And so I did cut the black layer out using the biggest die right here. Initially, I wasn't going to do that, but I went ahead and cut it out just because this paper is super thin. And so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the boot together. So we're going to get this pretty pattern glued down. And I usually use my wet glue, but sometimes when the paper is thin, the glue will show through. So I'm going to try to use this tape right here. And I purchased this from Beth Kingston. She had like a whole set of different size tape. So let me just open this. Like we have red tape in here. She has the different sizes, and then she has like regular tape. So, and it's called Kingston Crafts, and this is a mega adhesive kit. So I just picked this up so I can have everything I need to make my projects. So we'll get the adhesives on here. And both sides are pretty. I had to make sure I was putting the tape on the right side. I can't believe it's going to be May in a few days. The time is just really going by quick. Okay, I'm just trying to get enough glue adhesive on here. Let's do one more piece. And so then I just normally take my bone folder right here and just go over the tape just to make sure the adhesive stick down really good before we peel this off. Okay, so now I'll pull my little adhesive off, and then it'll just leave the tape. And I usually don't like to glue my pieces down like this because I am not good at sticking things down. And with this, you have to be accurate, because once you stick it down on your paper, you can't lift it back up. So this paper is like really light. It's like a, it feels like printing paper. So this definitely needs to be like a layered piece. Okay, we have one more to go. And let me get my scissors. I have a little piece of glue hanging off of here. Okay. All right, I'm so scared to glue this down. Let's see. I'm trying to just lay it down without actually sticking it down yet. So I think that looks okay. So I'll just go ahead and press it down. That was really scary for me. Okay, so then for the next pieces, I'll just use my regular glue. Oh, and this paper is textured. I should have cut it out on this side, so it almost looks like leather. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and stick it down. But I like that they give you the different layering dies. Okay, so I had to switch out my glue because my glue head didn't work on my diamond press glue that I normally use. So yeah, it's not working. I don't know what's going on. But I have this tonic glue right here, so we'll just continue with our gluing. And I always seem to use too much glue, so let me be careful here. This glue seems a little runny. Let me shake this up. I haven't used this in a long time. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully get this on here. Just press it down lightly. Just because I see the glue is seeping out already. Ugh. Let me get a paper towel. Okay, the glue is supposed to dry clear, but I just hate when it seeps out like this. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get this last piece glued down. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes. This comes together really quickly, and then we'll be just about done with our card. We'll probably use some of the ephemera pieces, but I'll probably get this propped up. So instead of going this flat on my card, I'm gonna get some adhesive stuck on the back, and then I'll get a few ephemera pieces out I wanna use, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I have my foam squares on the back of my boot. So I'm just gonna angle this so it'll fit on my card because this is a pretty big die. And we're almost done. So I picked out this sheriff or cowboy for my ephemera piece. And so I'll get that glued down. And I just want glue on some of the body here because some of it will stick off. So let me see. Okay. So we'll get this glued down and we'll almost be done with the card. This really comes together really quickly. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my chipboard pieces that I went over earlier. I cut it down just so it'll fit in my storage. But you get 2 long sheets of these chipboard stickers. And I'm just going to take this little star and put it right here. And then I think I'm going to find some thicker foam dots just to go under here because it's not glued all the way down. Okay, I am back. So I just took a few of these foam squares from Anna Griffin, and I could have used the brown ones from Kingston Crafts, but since I was gluing down towards the black of this layer of the boot, I went ahead and used a black adhesive. And so we're just about finished with the card. So initially I was not going to put a sentiment on here just because the background layer has all these different sentiments, but I just think this is blank in here. So I'm just going to use this sentiment here, wanted. And let's see, we'll get this stuck on here. And I think I'm going to add a few black rhinestones on here to go down the boot, just because I love to add bling on things. So let me do that, and then we'll be back with the final look of the card. Okay, I am back with the final look of the card. So let me hold this up. So we have our cowboy boot right here. And I just used this nice paper from Amazon. And then for the layered background, I used the paper from Scrap Diva. And then I used all of the ephemera. And then I used the chipboard stickers and sentiment that says wanted from Scrap Diva. So this came together really nice. And then at the end, I added these black rhinestones to the boot. And so this set was really fun to work with. Take care and see you in the next video.